Now, before we deploy our application, first, we should build it locally to make sure we don't have any errors. Because if there are any build errors here, they will show up during deployment. So let's run npm run build. All right, we have a build error in our Google Analytics script. The error is saying next/script components with inline content must specify an ID attribute. This is something I forgot to mention earlier. So let's go to our Google Analytics component. When we use inline script, we have to give this component a unique ID. Let's call this Google Analytics. All right. Now let's build one more time. All right, we have another build error in this route file that is for setting up next auth. The error is saying route does not match the required types of a Next.js route. So it's complaining that auth options is not a valid route export field. So let's go to our route file. It's right here. Look, earlier we exported this object, so we could use it to get the session on the server. Now, this is not a valid name to export from a route file. This is one of my mistakes from earlier. In a route file, we can only export functions like get, post, put, and so on. So we need to put this in a separate module. That is very easy. We go in the auth folder here and add a new file called auth-options.ts. Now, let's move this piece of code into that module. All right. Now we need to import a bunch of stuff on the top. So put the cursor here, press Command and period on Mac or Control and period on Windows. We do that and then select Add All Missing Imports. All right, all of them are imported, but not credentials provider. So let's grab it from our route file. It's right here. All right, we have a couple more errors here. What is happening? The other one is for bcrypt. Let's import it in this file as well. And one more error. Google provider. Let's grab this import statement as well and put it on the top. Lovely. No more errors in this file. Now, in this route file, let's import auth options from this module and clean up these import statements. Here we can bring up the command palette. The shortcut is, let me show you. We go to View, look at the command palette. On Mac, it's Shift, Command, and P. On Windows, I believe it's Shift, Control, and P. So we bring this up and search for Organize Imports. This removes all the unused import statements and sorts the ones that we need to have in this file. All right, with that, let's build our application one more time. All right, we have one more error here in this file, in this route file for our products API. The error is saying property product does not exist on type Prisma client. So this is happening because earlier we had a product model, but later when we implemented authentication, I removed that model. So here we still have an API for fetching the products. We don't need it anymore. So let's delete this file. So we go to our project. Here under API/products, we can totally delete this folder. All right, let's build it one more time. All right, here's another error in this route file for fetching a user. The error is saying type number is not assignable to type string. So if you recall earlier, we had a user model and the type of the ID field was an integer. But later we replaced that user model with the user model defined in NextAuth. In the user model that comes with NextAuth, the ID field is a string. So we don't want to parse params.id as an integer. So let's hold Command on Mac or Control on Windows and click on this link. We go to this line. Now let's remove parseInt from here. Good. We have an error in this route file. What is happening? Down here. All right, we have a couple more errors because of parseInt. And one more down here. There you go. All right, let's build our application one more time. Hopefully it will go through this time. All right, our application is built, beautiful. So the next step is to commit all of our code to our Git repository. We can do that right here in VS Code. Let's give it a message, fix build errors, and commit. Now we should create a GitHub repository and push our code there.